Hey everyone, how you doing? This is something I've been thinking about here for a little bit. Sucks that we're all stuck inside, dreaming about golf, but we can't actually get out and play. Can't get lessons, can't do fittings, can't really do anything. But we can do this. So what I kind of thought about doing was doing a shelter in place at the SPY video blog series, a couple little videos each day with lessons that just kind of touch on basics, stuff that we can all put focus into, and then transitioning into some things throughout the winter that I've dealt that have been common between some of the students that I've had that I think will give everyone a little bit of help. So today we're going to work on basics. The boring stuff that you should always be paying attention to, because how you hold the golf club, how you set up, how you get yourself into your posture really dictates how you move in the golf swing. So, for a lot of people that want to be able to hit a draw, or want to be able to hit a fade, or want to be able to do, turn through the ball more, turn off the golf ball more, a lot of times it's prohibited by the way that you're set up. So we'll talk about the grip. So most people, when they grip the golf club, there's a bunch of different orientation ways that you can do it. You can do it overlap, interlock, 10 finger. I don't think any of that really matters. What I think matters most is that your thumb and forefinger, so you see right here, thumb and forefinger, are really pushed together. And the main reason being is if there's a gap in that area right there, what you're going to see is you're going to see that golf club. You're not going to see any level of control in there. So that's the biggest thing. We talk about weak grips versus neutral grips versus strong grips. It's really the orientation of your hands on the club. So if your hands are turned, I'm a right-handed golfer, but if your hands are turned to the left-hand side of the club, that's a weak grip. If they're turned more to the right-hand side of the club, that's a strong grip. Again, this is pretty basic stuff, but if someone's really slicing the ball and hitting it to the right, theoretically it could be because their grip's too weak. So if you think about it like a steering wheel, you get your hands on the steering wheel, you want to be at 10 and 2. The reason there is that you can turn the wheel to the left and you can turn the wheel to the right. But if you set your hands, at the top and bottom and try and turn to the left, you're not going to be able to do it. If you set your left hand on top and your right hand on bottom, you can't turn it to the right, but you'll be able to turn it to the left. So really, it speaks to the relationship of the face of the golf club and whether it will open or close. So what you want that thumb and forefinger together. If you want a neutral grip, you kind of want both of those to run up somewhere near your right shoulder. If your hands are turned too far to the left, you're going to hit the ball to the right. If your hands are turned too far to the right, you're going to hit the ball to the left. So the second piece we want to talk about really is posture at setup. I see a lot of people, they get very slouched from the waist down, and when that happens, their upper body gets too vertical and you can't rotate properly, or they get very straight-legged from the waist down, and it causes them to have too much spine angle up top. So what is perfect? We want to get a nice athletic posture. We want that butt out, that chest down. We want our arms and hands to fall right underneath. And if we have that nice straight spine, what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to rotate with depth and stay in our posture. If we get slouched like this, when we rotate, we end up standing up. That's no good. Or for a lot of people, they'll actually end up dipping down on the way back. Also no good. So we talked a little bit about grip, a little bit about setup. The easiest way to check to make sure that you're in a decent posture is you could videotape yourself, or you get a full-length mirror. You could put a piece of tape on it. In a perfect world, the angle at which the club comes into your body should be the angle at which you're swinging on. They call that swing plane. We want to make sure that our shoulders and our posture are aligned to that. So if I get set up and I'm in a bad posture and I rotate, you notice that that doesn't match the plane line, it's too flat. If I get into a straight-legged posture like this, when I rotate, you notice that doesn't match. So we've got to make sure that we get into the right posture so that when we rotate, my shoulders match my plane line. Okay. Ball position. We haven't talked about ball position yet. That's really up to the person that's hitting. If you hit the ball to the left, you're going to benefit from putting the ball a little bit back in your stance. If you hit the ball to the right, you're going to benefit from putting it a little bit up in your stance. But general rule of thumb is you want that ball to be placed where your CG changes, which is generally going to be in the middle of your stance. So if I get that ball in the middle of my stance, when I transition my weight forward, I'm going to be hitting it slightly on the way down. It's really good with your irons. When you get to your woods, we want to move that ball up to the front of our stance, and the whole premise behind that is so that we can hit it not at the bottom of our swing, but on the way up. So today was primarily a basics day. We went over grip, posture, and stance. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you tomorrow.